It was a whole range of emotions. There's stuff I still want to do. Being a young dad, it's not giving up. It's shifting. Just seeing him happy. I look through his eyes. I envision a whole future with him already. To throw the first football to him, give him ice cream for the first time. I'm happy because he's advancing in life. My life is now devoted to his life.
Ethan was shot in the head in his best friend's house with an unsecured gun. The father, the gun owner, he stored his 3 guns and bullets in a shoebox. That has to be the most horrific experience that a human could ever have.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
The freedom to live in safety. That's an American dream.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
High, far, and absolutely grand. Aaron Judge delivered a clutch go-ahead grand slam last night to fire up his teammates and a raucous crowd in the Bronx. The captain's up to 52 homers and 130 RBIs, and the Yankees are rolling. This afternoon, Garrett Cole toes the slab and can pitch the Bombers to a 4th straight victory. The home stretch continues. Let's set the stage as the New York Yankees host the rival Boston Red Sox on a Saturday at Yankee Stadium. The Yankees enter this afternoon's game 86-62. That is the very best record in the American League. 3rd best in the majors behind the Phillies and Dodgers. Their magic number to clinch a spot in the postseason is down to 4. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yankees batting practice today, presented by Audi. I'm Nancy Newman. There are just 14 games left in the regular season, and the drama, it's building. Back-to-back walk-offs set the stage for more late-game heroics last night. Aaron Judge rose to the occasion and took all of Yankees universe sky high with him. This was the scene in the bottom of the 7th, with the Yankees trailing by 3 runs. Grand slam for the captain. He got ahead in the count, got a fastball over the heart of the plate, and he did not miss. It had been 16 games, 60 at-bats without a homer for Judge, but he ended that drought in emphatic fashion. Judge's 8th career grand slam put the Yankees up 5-4, and Luke Weaver closed out the victory with a dominant 2-inning save. Look at everybody. Judge became just the 7th player in baseball history to have at least 50 homers, 130 RBIs in multiple seasons. Babe Ruth and Sammy Sosa each did it 4 times. Alex Rodriguez 3 times. Everyone else on the list, including Judge, has done it twice. Judge's next RBI will tie his career high. Here's what he had to say after last night's game.
The 16 games? Yeah. Oh, I don't really know that, but it's just another day. You know, I really don't focus on hitting homers, don't focus on any of that. I got a job to do, but 16 games, I guess, is that a lot or is that not? I don't know. It's the most? It'll probably be longer at some point in my career, so we'll definitely break that.
Do you think the crowd is starting to pick up in intensity as the pennant race heats up?
Yeah, tonight was rocking, especially in that 7th inning. You know, at bat after at bat, you know, for Doogie getting it started for us there with, going down 0-2 quick and then battling back to get on base. It's kind of felt like a playoff atmosphere there in the seventh inning as you were kind of rallying. So we've been waiting for that, that's for sure.
Captain in every sense. On to today's game and the starting pitching matchup. Brian Bayo goes for the Red Sox. He's 13-7, but he has struggled against the Yankees this season. More on him in a moment. Meanwhile, Garrett Cole gets the ball for the Bombers. He's 6-4 with a 3.36 ERA, and he is coming off a gem. On Sunday in Chicago, Cole tossed 6 innings against the Cubs, did not allow an earned run. He gave up 3 hits, walked 1, struck out 7, took a hard luck loss. But it was another impressive outing for the Yankees ace. He faced Boston once this year, July the 6th, when he allowed 4 runs in a no decision in his 4th start of the season. Since then, he has a 2.34 ERA, and it's even better over his last 7 outings, just 1.58. Lately, Cole's fastball in particular has been nearly unhittable. In his first 7 starts, opponents hit .273 with a slugging percentage over .500 against Cole's 4-seamer. But check out the numbers over his last 7. A batting average of just .159, slugging just barely over .300, and a strikeout rate nearly 40%. He is certainly heating up. On the other side, this is the 3rd time the Yankees will face Brian Bayo this season. They tagged him for 4 earned runs and a loss back in June, and on July 26th, he allowed 3 runs in 5 innings to earn a no decision. That's an ERA just over 6.5 against the Bombers this year. He's coming off a win over the Baltimore Orioles on Monday, where he gave up 2 runs in 5 1/3 innings, but he also walked 5, tying a career high, and he also hit a batter. With Bayo on the mound, keep an eye on these 3. It's our key to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Anthony Volpe, Alex Verdugo, Gleyber Torres all have pretty good numbers off the Red Sox righty. Volpe 5 for 10 with a double and a homer. Verdugo 3 hits, including a double and a homer in 5 at bats, and Torres is batting .333 with a couple of doubles. We know Garrett Cole has the ability to attack hitters in numerous ways. Maybe it's a good day for his 4-seamer, or maybe it's an afternoon to feature the knuckle curve. But in our Toyota quote of the day, Skipper Boone talked about what he has seen recently from Cole's cutter.
It's become a really good pitch for him the last 2 years. I mean, especially the second half of the season, when I think of him really going on that roll and winning the Cy Young, to me it was the cutter and the curveball became really good pitches for him in the second half, and pitches that he leaned on more. I think it's a result of the cutter just becoming really good for him, because the fastball's, I feel like right now, in a really good spot too. Like, he's commanding it. He has a real good feel of reaching when he wants to step on it a little bit more. Profile of it's been really good. So, no, I mean, that could vary start to start, too, as we go. But I think it's more a result of having more weapons now that I feel like he's dialed in with.
Tyler.
Aaron, you're in that rare situation now where you have more than 5 healthy starters. If and when you get to October, how much of a benefit do you think that can be to have guys, good pitchers who can go multi-innings? We've seen it with other teams in postseason runs.
Yeah, I mean, I've said the last few days, like, I feel like one of the good things happening for us is we are as whole as we've been, really in several years. Like, there's been a lot of years where we've had good seasons, where we've gotten to postseason, where, we've had some attrition, where we've had some key guys go down for us and stuff. I feel like we're getting guys back now, with Schmidt and Heel coming back and getting in the mix, Birdie coming up, Dominguez coming up and being in the mix. So, I'm glad, and we'll just kind of figure it out as we go as best we can. That's kind of how I've done the last 10 days with some pitching decisions. But I feel like a lot of guys are in good spots from a pitching standpoint, and so it's making the decisions or the inevitable decisions that we'll have to make maybe a little more difficult, but like we say, good decisions to have because people are in the mix.
Peter. Obviously, Jason Dominguez had 2 injuries between last season and since he came up here this time. How much have you seen his game grow, or in what ways has he maybe developed between last September when you had him and now?
I don't know. Last September was pretty electric when he came up. So, so that's the one, for having a serious injury. I mean, the good thing we knew at the time was he's going to get through this. It's just going to take some time, but cut into, a young player continuing to gain experience, whether it's at the upper levels of minor leagues or in the big leagues. So, I think he's still just a young man growing in his game, but he's obviously, I think, has a chance to be really good at this.
And here is the lineup. Skipper Boone is sending out there today. Jason Dominguez gets that start in center field, as he told us, which moves last night's hero to the DH spot. As Aaron Judge goes, so go the Yankees. And wins this year, he's batting .402 with 39 homers and 97 runs batted in. For the Red Sox, watch out for Rafael Devers. He has 8 home runs off Garrett Cole in his career. Masataka Yoshida hit a homer last night. He's been good against right-handers this year. He's batting .318 with 8 home runs and an .857 OPS. We are just getting started here on Yankees Batting Practice Today, presented by Audi. Coming up next, Nick Swisher joins the show. He had 9 grand slams in his career. What did he think of Judge's last night? Plus, we'll get Swisher's thoughts on this year's Old Timers Day festivities and the celebration of the 2009 championship team. Later, we'll close out the show with someone who's looking like a natural closer. Leave it to Weaver. It's all ahead. Keep it here on Yes and the Yes app.
Yankees Batting Practice Today is presented by Audi, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Yankees. Visit your tri-state Audi dealer today.
It's in the feeling, the sound, just like writing on paper, but something entirely new.
I want something that can hold me in the moment, so I am focused. Nothing steals my attention. I know exactly where everything is, so my work can move forward, no matter where I am. Making the most out of my mind.
Whenever I need it to.
Get your paper tablet at remarkable.com.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Right now, returning lessees can lease a Ford F-150 for $299 a month for 24 months, only at your local Ford stores.
What would you give for a child you loved to make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. You see, wishes are so powerful, and you can make them real. They can give a child back their childhood, even change the way they feel. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
Cause in the sky, full of stars, I think I saw you.
Welcome back to Yankees Batting Practice Today, presented by Audi. As promised, Nick Swisher joins the show. Okay, Nick, last night, right? We could feel it building.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing the weakness of the Red Sox bullpen, Aaron Judge comes to the plate, bases loaded, his team trailing finish the story in Swish language.
Oh, I'm telling you what, I mean, last night, you're right, up until the 7th inning, pretty snoozy game. But all of a sudden, everybody started doing their thing. And that's what I really love about the Yankee lineup. It has an explosion chance all the time. All of a sudden, get a couple walks, RBI single, Juan Soto comes up with runners on first and second. All right, baby, here we go. It's time to do our thing. All of a sudden, Juan walks on 4 pitches. That's the last thing you want to do if you're the Boston Red Sox. So being able to see Aaron Judge up in that situation, 16-game homerless drought, you knew the captain was going to show up when the team needed him the most. I texted him this morning, bro. That was one of the coolest things I was ever able to see in my life. He was just happy to be able to be up in that position. He's such a great teammate, and that's the reason why he's a captain. Gives his love to all of his teammates, but to see him get that 2-0 fastball, you knew the 2-0 fastball was coming. Couldn't avoid it. Right down the middle, Paya, left field, and this morning I saw all the memes. They were doing his home run trot to the natural, to Moneyball, the whole 9. Huge game for Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees, starting to snowball into something absolutely epic.
Did you tell him all that stuff?
I mean, we didn't have that much time this morning. You know, Judge likes to get his sleep, you know. So being able to get out there and just see what they were able to do last night. I watched the game from the beginning to the end. And one of the things I really, really appreciated most, as much as the home run from Aaron Judge, was Luke Weaver coming out and being the psycho closer that everybody wants him to be. He's such a calm demeanor, but when he gets on the mound, flips that switch. Absolutely amazing job. 5 punch out in 6 batters, 6 out save. Absolutely awesome.
Second save, tremendous, right? Okay, moving on. A little bit more about you now. You spent 4 memorable seasons as a New York Yankee, 2009 through 2012. All kinds of time in the back and forth, that is, the Red Sox and the Yankees rivalry. Take us on the field with you. What is it like competing and facing off in such a storybook rivalry?
Oh, love it. You know, I've been a rivalry guy ever since I was in high school. Went to Parkersburg High. We had our big rivals in Parkersburg South. Then I was able to go to Ohio State University. Obviously, Ohio State, Michigan, greatest rivalry in sports. And then I got to experience the greatest rivalry in Major League Baseball with the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. I was so fortunate that both teams were good when I was here. And anytime you played one of those games, it didn't matter if it was a Tuesday 1 o'clock game or a Friday night 7 o'clock game. The place was absolutely electric, slam-packed, full of just hostile fans just wanting their team to do the best. So for somebody like me, I always circled those dates on my calendar. Love the fact that rivalries are so huge in our sport, and there's no bigger rivalry than that experience with Boston and New York. Love playing in the Bronx. It's my favorite stadium ever, but if there was another stadium I enjoyed playing in, going into Boston and beating the Boston Red Sox, no better feeling.
Good stuff. One of the greatest years ever. 2009. We both know it well, right? It ended in championship glory. Old Timers Day this year celebrated the 15-year anniversary of that forever ride. How special was the weekend?
So
what was the best part?
Started on Friday night. I was able to bring my daughters and my wife up, which you know I absolutely love to be able to bring them around. Finally got to tell my daughters that I played for somebody other than the Savannah Bananas, and they were able to see it in person. So being able to be part of that team and being able to come back, the reunion was absolutely amazing. One of the things I wish we would change, I don't like that Q&A. I want to play a game. It's so nostalgic. It brings back so many memories. You got Willie Randolph, 70-plus years old, wants to play the game, this and that. So hopefully we can bring that back. But just being able to be out there, being part of that run and that 2009 journey was so amazing. You got to remember, 2008, the Yankees missed the postseason. A lot of pressure. You bring over amazing names like future Hall of Famer and CeCe Sabathia, Mark Teixeira, A.J. Burnett comes over here, myself. So many guys had such a huge part in that season. Everybody had a little spoke in that wheel, and it was amazing to see how everybody carried their weight and a little more.
17 walk-offs. I remember coming to you a lot in the clubhouse in those days to tell me something good, and you always did. Tell us a story that you can share with us.
Oh, I
think the best from that year.
I think one of the best parts is I got to give A.J. Burnett a lot of love here, man. You got to remember, when we first rolled in there, it was a headphone locker room. There was no music playing. There was none of that, and we changed that culture. All of a sudden, it became more of a joyous place to be. It wasn't as nearly buttoned up as the New York Yankees were in the past, and I give a lot of credit to Derek Jeter and the Core Four. They let us be us, and I think that's a huge reason why we're successful. When A.J. started bringing out those pies and the shaving cream and the whipped cream, you never knew which one you were going to get. All you wanted to do was be the hero in that moment, the pass the baton type of team. No one person was trying to do it on their own, and I think when you can win as a championship team, all different people from all different walks of life coming together with a common goal, it's a very, very special day.
Every day was great. To the current day, 2024 marks the second year of the Commissioner's Ambassador Program, MLB CAP.
Yes, ma'am.
You're involved.
Yeah.
What's it all about?
Oh, my gosh, what an honor. As much as I love being a New York Yankee, I love being part of the Commissioner's Ambassador Program. And what I think is most awesome about that is that we are unifying the players and the Commissioner's office. There used to be a little riff in there, and we're doing our best to try and make that a little bit better. So the fact that I am just colleagues now with so many guys that I competed against for so many years, could not be more blessed. CeCe Sabathia, Jimmy Rollins, Ryan Howard, these guys have started it all up. Can't thank you guys enough for letting me be part of that. It's an honor to be part of it. And just as long as we have the ability to give back to the game that we loved so much, that has given us everything we have, it's an amazing opportunity.
You're so perfect for it. You are happiness personified. That's it.
Thank you, Nancy.
Love you. See you
Yes,
in a
ma'am.
bit.
Absolutely.
With Bob and Jack for the pregame. Still time here on the Yankees batting practice today, presented by Audi. For our next break, coming up, it's scoreboard watching season. We'll check out some highlights from Friday's MLB action, including a near perfect night in the Motor City. Stick around. Thanks, Nick.
Want to keep your hairline where it is? Through Hims.com, you can explore a range of options that work best for you, so you can grow visibly thicker and fuller hair in just 3 to 6 months. Keep it looking strong for years to come with doctor-trusted ingredients like finasteride, minoxidil, and a blend of supplements that support healthy hair. 3 in 4 Hims customers say they wish they started using hair treatment earlier. Get ahead now to keep the hair you love. Get started today at Hims.com.
Listen, I spotted it from the start. Breaking didn't even have a name yet. All that potential, just waiting to burst free. I think about every battle. Kids from the South Bronx who didn't just knock on the door, they kicked it down. And today, what I saw in us is the same thing I see in you. It's your time. It's all about spotting it early. And if you do, no victory is out of reach.
Class-leading safety features at every turn. The Hyundai Tucson.
Lease an all-wheel drive Tucson for $229 a month, or get 1.99% APR, or up to $1,250 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Welcome back. The Yankees' magic number to clinch a postseason spot is down to 4. They can trim it to 3 with a win, and it's possible that it drops to as low as 2 today if the Yankees win and the Tigers and Mariners lose. So stay tuned. It is so good to have you back with us here on Yankees batting practice today, presented by Audi. The race in the American League East is coming down to the wire, so it's fair to say that the Yankees will keep an eye on what the score of the Orioles game is. Last night, it was a near-perfect outcome. If you haven't seen it, we've got the highlights. Orioles-Tigers, here we go. Tigers have a combined perfect game through 6 2/3. 2 out in the 7th. Brent Herter getting Cedric Mullins. 7 combined perfect innings. Top 8. Herter still on the mound. Full count on Adley Rutschman. And the Orioles catcher draws the walk, ending the combined perfect game. No hitter still alive. Later, same inning, Brennan Hennefy in relief blows the heater past Colton Cowser. In the top of the 9th, 1 out away from the combined no-no. Tyler Holton facing Gunnar Henderson, and Henderson grounds this one down the first base line. Ending the no-hitter, Henderson hustling to third for the triple. So now the game-tying run is 90 feet away. Anthony Santander is at the plate. Holton fires the four-seamer by Santander to end the ballgame. Tigers win it. The Orioles have lost 6 of their last 8. So the Yankees' edge in the American League East is up to 3 games. That's their biggest lead since June 14th when they led Baltimore by 3.5 games. Their biggest lead of the season was 4.5 games on June 6th. Bigger picture, Royals and Pirates. Top 2, Royals lead 1-0. Kyle Isbell at the plate, lining this one down the right field line. Adam Frazier scores. Yuli Gurriel advancing to third. Isbell cruises into second for the RBI double. Later, same inning, Salvador Perez crushes this sinker deep. 6-0 Royals. Kansas City scored 6 runs in the second inning, and Alec Marsh took them out for the Royals. He was excellent. Bottom 3, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa goes down. Bottom 4, Marsh getting Joey Bart. And then in the 5th, Brian Reynolds whiffing on the slider. Marsh's 11th and final strikeout of the night. The Royals have won 6 of their last 8 and are in good shape in the American League wildcard picture. They're 2 games behind Baltimore for the top spot and 2.5 ahead of the Twins for the third. The Tigers, Mariners, and Red Sox are on the outside looking in right now. One final break on Yankees batting practice today, presented by Audi. We will close things out after this as the Yankees try to extend their winning streak to 4 games. Keep it here on Yes and the Yes app.
Not a show. You are watching the Yes Network. To history. Your home for award-winning coverage of the New York Yankees.
A world-class franchise with world-class fans deserves a world-class ride. Audi, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Yankees. Visit your local Tri-State Audi dealer to experience the 2024 Audi Q5 today.
It's fall in New York State, and you have to see it. Plan the perfect trip, or just jump in the car. Either way, it's going to be breathtaking. It's going to be an adventure you'll never forget. It's what makes it easy to love New York. Start your getaway at iloveny.com.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models, or current eligible GMC owners get over $7,800 total value. We are professional grade GMC.
Rumor has it that you're like sort of good at fantasy football.
Well, what do we say about rumors? These are true.
Make this a summer to share in the 3-row Kia Sorento, the tech-forward Sportage, the available all-wheel drive Seltos, or the IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus Telluride, each one recommended by Consumer Reports. This summer, visit your local Kia dealer. Get 0.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of select new 2024 Sportage and 2024 Sorento models.
Welcome back. Last night's victory helped the Yankees secure another winning season at home. That's 33 in a row, which is actually 1 year longer than the team's overall winning season streak. There's only been one stretch of more prosperity at home in franchise history, a 47-year span from 1918 to 1964. Speaking of Yankees history, a couple of notable hits on this date. In 1965, Bobby Mercer hit his first home run, a go-ahead 2-run shot in the 7th inning of his second big league game. He's still the youngest Yankee to homer, just 19 years old. In 2008, Derek Jeter hit a home run off David Price to tie Lou Gehrig for the most hits at the old Yankee Stadium. Aaron Boone hasn't officially given the closer job to anybody in the bullpen, but he's made it very clear who's getting the ball in a big spot late in the game. So far, Luke Weaver is stepping up. After Aaron Judge's grand slam put the Yankees ahead, Weaver came on in the 8th to protect the 1-run lead. He struck out the side around a 1-out single, 1 with a nasty changeup, 2 with his fastball. He carried that momentum over into the 9th, starting the frame with a strikeout, getting a pop out, and then closing it out with an exclamation point. A changeup for his 5th K, a dominant 2-inning outing by Weaver to earn the save. Over his last 4 games, Weaver has been excellent. Just 2 hits in 5 2/3 scoreless innings. And look at all the strikeouts, 12 Ks against just 2 walks. He's 2 for 2 in saves, and he also picked up a win Wednesday when the Yankees walked off the Royals. That will do it for this edition of Yankees Batting Practice Today, presented by Audi. Our next BPTV comes your way tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. I will see you then. Right now, our game day coverage rolls on. It is Game 3 of a 4-game set versus the visiting Red Sox in the Bronx. The ace, Garrett Cole, gets the ball for the home team, gunning for another series win. Time to hand off to the very, very best pregame in the business. You know it. It's next on Yes and the Yes app. Enjoy your game day Saturday.
Current owners and lessees of an eligible competitive luxury brand vehicle get this low mileage lease on this 2024 Cadillac Lyric Tech for around $399 per month.
Your memory is an amazing thing, but sometimes it can start to slow down. But did you know Prevagen can help keep your memory sharp? The secret is the powerful ingredient apoaquarin, originally discovered in jellyfish and found only in Prevagen. In a clinical study, Prevagen was shown to improve memory in subgroups of individuals who are cognitively normal or mildly impaired. Stay sharp and improve your memory with Prevagen. Prevagen, in stores everywhere without a prescription.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Mel. Is now good for a quick catch-up on your plan?
Yes, now's great.
Has anything changed since we last spoke?
You know what? Yes, I'm thinking more long-term.
Great. We'll make that change to your plan and adjust as needed.
This helps a lot.
Bye, Mel.
Bye.
Make sense of your money with Citizens.
Hey, what's so grande about these?
Fly to Miami, South Beach, we on the way. Billboard Latin Music Week, you see it's calling your name. Cuando estoy millones de dólares, ¿qué te parece? Grande, grande, sounds grande, grande. Oh, hey, grande, sounds grande, grande.
Play the New York Lottery's new Grande Scratch-Off games. You can win up to $3 million or a second chance VIP trip.
They say it's showtime. That mean it's go time. They say it's showtime. That mean it's go time. Been waiting this whole time to move on my own lines. They know I'm gon' grind. When I know it's showtime, it's showtime. Let's go. Tell them let's go. Tell them let's go. Start up the show. Start up the show. Start up the show. Start up the show.
The big man delivered one of the biggest hits of the season. Aaron Judge made a grand return to his homer-hitting ways, and his march towards another MVP continues. We'll see what he has in store for an encore as the New York Yankees host the Boston Red Sox in a Saturday matinee in the Bronx. Let's get right to our Yale-New Haven Health Key matchup. It is the Bombers against the postseason. Their magic number to clinch a berth for October is down to 4. Win again today, and it dips to 3. And if enough things go right, it could even get down to 2. We certainly hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the FanDuel Yankees pregame. Bob Lorenz, Jack Curry, and Nick Swisher with you. Game 3 of 4 between the Yanks and the Red Sox. Yankees have won the first two last night in walk-off fashion. And, Nick, I mean, that was a home run for the ages.
Oh, yeah, absolutely humongous. Aaron Judge, the captain, stepping up when the Yankees needed him the most. Absolutely, probably, and I think in a lot of people's eyes, the biggest hit of the season. Here it is right there, 2-0 fastball. You could not pitch around him in that situation. Boozer knew it when it left his hand, and it left his bat at 100+ miles an hour. Biggest hit for the captain this season. Awesome job for the Yankees last night.
Great players perform their best in the most pressure-filled moments, and players like Nick and Aaron Judge will tell you, when the game speeds up, don't let it speed up in your mind. And I think we saw the focus of Aaron Judge. Everyone in that stadium was waiting and hoping for Aaron Judge to hit a grand slam home run. It's not that easy. It's not as easy as hitting a three-point shot at the end of the game or even throwing a 20-yard touchdown. This guy needs to get the pitch, he needs to be focused, and he needs to do damage. And like Nick said, he gets a 2-0 fastball from Boozer and did what everyone hoped that he would do.
All right, so we're setting the table for Game 3. Yankees looking to make it 3 straight wins over the Red Sox. Let's get your Hyundai opening comment.
Well, we're talking about what the Yankees have done across the last 3 days, and you mentioned it, Bob. They win last night. Preceded by that, they had 2 walk-off wins. So something special is brewing in the Bronx, and it's coming at a very good time because, to me, when you show yourself you can do these things, the next time you're in that situation, you just believe you're going to do it. I'm a guy who likes to run. If I've run 10 miles, the next time I'm tired at 7 or 8, I'll say, well, I've done 10 before, and I'm not comparing myself to the Yankees. But, Nick, I just think once they've done it, and you've been on a team with a ton of walk-offs in 2009, they think they can do it again.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's if anybody's seen the movie Major League, there's a huge moment where Lou Brown, the manager, he looks at his bench coach and he says, starting to come together, Pepper, starting to come together. And right now, if you look at the Yankees' first half, 58-40, absolute dominant first half. A little more, not as dominant in the second half, 28-22. But it seems like right now things are really starting to snowball themselves into something great. Awesome to see.
Got to run hard through the tape, no doubt about it. Right now, let's get it out to the stadium. Meredith Barakovich standing by with the Clubhouse Report, presented by your local Ford stores. And Meredith, it's Garrett Cole getting the ball today. That's a good spot for the Yankees. Last night, the ball was in Clark Schmidt's hands. He did a nice job as well. So pitching is at a premium right now.
Bob, you look at Clark Schmidt, just his second start off the injured list, and really he performed well. The Yankees have to be extremely encouraged by what they've seen from him. He went 5 2/3 yesterday, allowed just 2 runs, and obviously decisions are going to need to be made when it comes to the postseason, but the first part of the business is getting to the postseason, and you really get the sense that something special, Jack, is happening here in the Boogie Down. It has been wild here in the Bronx over the last couple of days. You mentioned the 2 walk-offs, and then yesterday when Aaron Judge stepped to the plate with the bases loaded, you just got that feeling that something big was going to happen, and it most certainly did. He blasted his 52nd home run of the season. Earlier, I caught up with Clark Schmidt to ask him about the crowd and the energy that Yankee Stadium crowd has brought to this team over the last couple of days.
It's been the whole year, I would say. It's been a great atmosphere. The fans have been amazing so far. But really, these last 3 days definitely have been standing out. Just total playoff atmosphere, and obviously last night kind of put a jolt in that. And then 2 walk-off wins, and so it's been a lot of fun. We're playing really well, and it's been a lot of fun for the fans.
As a team, do you guys feed off of that crowd noise here?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think. When you feel the buzz in the stadium, around the stadium, you feel it as soon as you pull in that day. Like if there's a lot of people out front and people running around Billy's and stands and all the bars out front, and so it's just a lot of fun. And when the crowds are going crazy, like last night when Judge hit the grand slam, I was down in the training room and like the whole stadium was shaking. Like I've never felt something like that in my life. So it's really special, and we feed off the energy for sure.
You mentioned that Aaron Judge at bat. Understanding you were in the training room, but still, when he steps to the plate in that situation, what goes through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of felt like all the stars aligned that inning. I think, you had a couple guys work some tough ABs, then you had the walks, and then he falls behind the count to Judgy, and it was just like it was just a perfect moment, and a credit to him for executing on that, but that's what he does. So it was a very special moment for us.
Overall, how did you feel on the mound last night?
Yeah, felt great. I think, command was really good. I think, I was on the attack the whole night. Really happy with the game plan that we had with Wells, and just we were in a really good flow the whole night. It was really quick pace. So really happy with it. Obviously, kind of made some mistake pitches at the end of the outing, but just continuing to like push that threshold of coming off the IL, like continuing to be out there longer in games and get that endurance up is good to be out there as long as I possibly can.
Are you pleasantly surprised just how well you've bounced back since coming off the injured list?
Yeah, I mean, even like early on in the rehab outings, I was like very pleasantly surprised. Like, wow, I feel like almost a little bit better than I did in the first half as far as just like freshness and, my mechanics are really in tune right now and just feeling really sharp. So really happy with that and, just excited to keep that going.
As Aaron Boone put it, he's going to get creative with the bullpen. He's been creative with the bullpen. But one thing we've seen Luke Weaver in some very high leverage situations. What do you think of Weaver in that role?
Yeah, I mean, he's been special all year. I think his numbers speak for himself. I think he's had a great season so far, and you kind of seen the progression of him kind of evolve as a player, and I think the emotion's starting to show a little more now, and you start to see a little bit. There's a little bit more behind his screams now, a little bit. So it's just cool to watch. I think him evolving. Coming from a starting role, I know it's hard that adjustment period, but just seeing him now coming in these high leverage situations, it's to have a guy like that where is like going to be give you some quality innings right there. It's those guys come few and far between, and he made it look easy last night.
And Luke Weaver really has been solid in that bullpen all season long, but he has thrived in that new higher leverage role. He threw 35 pitches last night, so most likely not an option for Aaron Boone this afternoon. As far as the starter is concerned from this afternoon, Bob, you mentioned it. It is going to be Garrett Cole, and it seems as though he has returned to his Cy Young form. First 5 games since getting off the injured list, it looked like it took him a little bit of time to find his way, but when you look at the last 7, he is pitching to a 1.58 ERA. Now, a couple days ago, there was a special press conference here at the stadium. All month, it is Hispanic Heritage Month, and they did a strictly Spanish press conference where one of the members of the media asked Garrett Cole who the toughest Latin player is that he's ever faced.
In your career, which is the Latin hitter that most gave you or gives you trouble getting out?
Rafael Devers.
Okay.
And while Garrett Cole has excelled against most teams and most batters, you look at Rafael Devers, and he has been a thorn in the side of Garrett Cole. 341 average, 8 home runs, 19 RBI. I asked Aaron Boone why he thinks Devers has been such a tough matchup for Garrett Cole over the years.
He's one of the game's really great hitters, so I think he's a problem for a lot of people, but he's definitely had Garrett's number over the years. Garrett's had some stretches where he's had some success against him too. He's struck him out a good amount, but there's no question he's hurt him. He's hurt him a lot with the long ball. So, Garrett will have a game plan. Comes down, comes down to execution, but Rafi and at least to this point in their careers, has hit a lot of different pitches out against him and got to some different spots. So, we'll be careful. Garrett will, but he's got a game plan. And at the end of the day, if he goes out and executes, he's got a chance to get him out.
And the Yankees and Garrett Cole are hoping Rafael Devers is not a problem this afternoon. There are a couple notes when it comes to the lineup. Austin Wells is catching. Aaron Judge will DH this afternoon, so Giancarlo Stanton is available as a pinch hitter off of the bench. Jason Dominguez is back in center field. Alex Verdugo will play left. Now, I was talking a little bit about the pitching situation earlier. One guy next turn through the rotation, at least that's heading to the bullpen, is Marcus Stroman, according to Aaron Boone. They said it's still a fluid situation, but for now, next turn through, it looks as though he'll be the guy that is going to the bullpen. And guys, I told you the other day, Marcus Stroman has been nominated for the Roberto Clemente Award this year. It's the 3rd time he has been nominated for the work he does for his Height Doesn't Measure Heart Foundation. This is also a pretty cool thing that he is doing today. Have you had your breakfast sandwiches yet today? If you haven't, perhaps you should go get one in Brooklyn at Frankel's Deli, whose who's doing a little promotion with Marcus Stroman, raising some money for his charity. They are calling it the Pastroman. So a little pastrami, egg, cheese on a roll right there. If you're hungry, go get it. A proceeds goes to his Height Doesn't Measure Heart Foundation. Pretty cool stuff. He is so passionate about giving back to the community and certainly has done a great job in doing so since joining the Yankees here in the Bronx.
Way to go, Meredith. You just chased Nick out of the studio. He's on his way to go get one, so we lost him for the rest of the pregame. Anyway, have a great day. We're going to see you in just a bit with Michael and Paul. Now, all season long here on Yes, we want to invite you viewers to show us the different ways you support the Bronx Bombers. Use the QR code on screen with a hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and post pictures to social media that reflect your love for the Yankees. We might spotlight you in a future game. Pinstripe Pride is brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Well, time for our first break on the FanDuel Yankees pregame. Coming up, 52 homers, 130 ribbies, and now one more grand addition to Aaron Judge's season highlight reel. We're going to break down the captain's big night, so keep it here on Yes and the Yes app.
The Yankees pregame show on Yes is presented by FanDuel. New FanDuel customers can get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today.
This is you, and this is your first hunch of the season.
It's parlay time.
With FanDuel, a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV will give you many more.
Buffalo. It's Broncos time. Psst, I'd take the over.
And you can easily act on whichever one speaks to you.
Eagles, Browns, Broncos, Bills. They all look.
And make every moment more.
New customers bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets. Plus, every customer gets a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV. Only from FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like our fresh, never frozen dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And our dough can save you dough. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. Order now on the app from Papa John's.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times, but mostly times were just okay. And you know who said that? Susan B. Anthony. Charles Dickens. Susie.
We're not teachers. We're connectivity experts. If millions of communities rely on us for fiber, internet, and mobile, you can too. Optimum, where local is big time.
The Yankees pregame show on Yes is brought to you in part by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com.
Our Morgan & Morgan injury report looks at a couple of arms still on the injured list. Cody Poteet is reportedly close to a return from his triceps injury, while Lou Trevino had his rehab assignment extended. Both are at AAA. Let's take a look at the Yankees starting lineup that'll face Brian Bayo today. It's brought to you by Toyota. And, of course, Aaron Judge. Look at his numbers in wins this season. A .403 hitter, 39 homers, and 97 runs batted in. As far as their performance against Bayo, Verdugo has a double and a homer in 5 at-bats, and Anthony Volpe's 5 for 10 off of him. But got to dial it back to last night. And, Nick, what were you seeing from Judge's at-bats that led you to believe that the timing's really coming back?
Yeah, listen, I mean, everybody puts a lot of emphasis on that 16-game homer streak right now. Look, Richard Fitz on the mound trying to show the Yankees, hey, you should not have traded me away. Gets him on a high fastball, 95 miles an hour, up in the zone. Obviously, really, really hard to catch up on that. What I really appreciate now is he's getting fastballs in the middle part of the plate and he's doing damage. Maybe not home runs, but hard singles and getting himself on base. Right there, an 0-0 fastball, launched it into center field for a single. And I'm going to give you the pitch-to-pitch right now of Aaron Judge in the 7th inning. Boozer comes in right there, slider down and 0. He's definitely not swinging at that, looking for something part in the middle part of the plate. There's a fastball up, got away with that, should have been a strike, but called 2-0. You know you have to come to him. There it is, 95 miles an hour, and the captain does exactly what the captain does. Home run right there, grand slam, huge run. Absolutely electric in the stadium. Jack, what'd you see?
Yeah, you look at the home run swing, but Nick, I'm glad you highlighted that second pitch. John Tumpane missed one. That was a strike. Boozer should have been 1-1. But I give Judge credit because Judge wasn't looking for that pitch. So even if it was a strike, that wasn't in a spot where he wanted to do some damage. He gets the 2-0 fastball, as Nick said. He's got to come in for him. We're going to steal one of Nick's thoughts from our pregame meeting. not only the grand slam, what the Yankees did leading up to that.
Yes.
A couple of walks and a single, getting some guys on base so Judge can do damage.
Yeah, I think, you heard in the postgame interview, Judge was just saying, hey, I'm so happy that I was able to be up in that situation. But one of the things that I really appreciated about last night was the bottom of the lineup rolling it back over to the top. Listen, the hottest hitters for the New York Yankees right now are 1, 2, 3. You got Gleyber Torres, you got Juan Soto, you got Aaron Judge. You need to get those guys up in powerful situations, RBI situations, and those guys will take care of business.
Guys are filling in the blanks after that. Let's fill in the blanks as far as the Red Sox starting lineup. Coming your way courtesy of Toyota. Rafael Devers. Meredith mentioned the crazy numbers he has against Garrett Cole. Jarren Duran 3 for 4 in last night's game leading off, and Yoshida and Story each had 2 hits. It'll be up to Garrett Cole to shut down Boston's hitters this afternoon. After another break on the FanDuel Yankees pregame, we'll tell you what to expect as the ace toes the slab in the Bronx. Stick around.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Right now, lease a Ford Explorer for $369 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford stores.
It's fall in New York State, and you have to see it. Plan the perfect trip, or just jump in the car. Either way, it's going to be breathtaking. It's going to be an adventure you'll never forget. It's what makes it easy to love New York. Start your getaway at iloveny.com.
Order Pizza Hut now and get a free large pizza later. That's a free pizza on your next order. So you can pizza now, then pizza again. Free pizza means your next dinner is covered. Your future self will thank you. Get it while it's hot. Only at Pizza Hut.
A world-class franchise with world-class fans deserves a world-class ride. Audi, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Yankees. Visit your local Tri-State Audi dealer to experience the 2024 Audi Q5 today.
The doctor said I only had a 29% chance to find you. But I knew you were out there. Every night, even when my heart was sad, I wished for you to sign up. I got so sick that I couldn't go to school, but I still made people laugh. But when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever. Sincerely, Owen.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at nmdp.org.
The Yankees pregame show on Yes is brought to you in part by Citizens. Make sense of your money. Visit citizensbank.com/made ready to learn more.
It's time for the pregame odds segment presented by FanDuel. The Yankees have won 3 in a row, and they're slight favorites over the Red Sox today in the Bronx. The over-under is 8.5. For some player props, let's go with who's hitting a home run. Aaron Judge was just grand last night, and he's plus 280 to homer again this afternoon, while Juan Soto is plus 330. For Boston, Rafael Devers is plus 330, and Tyler O'Neill is plus 420. New FanDuel customers can get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today.
It's Garrett Cole taking them out for the Yanks today. Jack, it's about the fastball, but it's also how do you get a pitch past Rafael Devers?
Yeah, he's already talked about this week. He knows how Devers has been his nemesis, but I do want to focus on the four-seamer, Bob, because of those numbers right there. You see how much success he has had with that pitch. Don't underestimate the cutter or the curve because they will also be in play. But I do think sometimes Cole is at his best when he simply says, here's my number one. This is the pitch that's going to get me out of trouble, and I'm going to force you to try and hit it.
Well, there's one thing that Garrett Cole does, and he absolutely throws flames. But Rafael Devers, he hits flames. I'm going to get you a little nugget right here. Since 2017, since he came to the major leagues, he has the second highest slug on pitches 96 miles an hour and above. And he also has the second highest exit velocity at 95.1. Guess who's number one? Aaron Judge.
So you'd say maybe lob in a little knuckle curve.
Well, I think at the end of the day, listen, you know, Garrett hasn't had a whole lot of success against him, in my opinion. Start changing speeds a little bit. Maybe get him off the plate a little bit, some fastballs inside, get him a little less comfortable, because you know how comfortable Rafael Devers feels in the Bronx.
StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud, gives us a look at what the Yanks can expect to see from Brian Bayo. It's mostly 3 pitches: sinker, slider, and changeup. He throws his sinker nearly 40% of the time, yet opponents still hit .330 against it. Off the change, the batting average is under 200. Well, one last break on the FanDuel Yankees pregame. Jack and Nick give us their keys to the game next as the Yanks look to push their winning streak to 4. Keep it here on Yes and the Yes app.
At Domino's, we know some companies are guilty of shrinkflation. They're giving you less for the same price. So we're taking our biggest deal and we're making it even bigger. We call it moreflation. For a limited time, when you mix and match any 2 or more medium 2-topping pizzas for $6.99 each online, we'll upgrade 1 medium pizza to a large for free.
You sure about that?
Yup.
You sure about that?
Positive. Get moreflation, not shrinkflation, only at Domino's. Thanks. Wait. We're giving you more.
This is you, and this is your first hunch of the season.
It's parlay time.
With FanDuel, a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV will give you many more.
Buffalo. It's Broncos time. Psst, I'd take the over.
And you can easily act on whichever one speaks to you.
Eagles, Browns, Broncos, Bills. They all...
And make every moment more.
New customers bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets. Plus, every customer gets a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV. Only from FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Well, if you want my 2 cents on interest rates, we got options.
My 2 cents. This one's priced to sell.
My 2 cents? My 2 cents?
My 2 cents? My 2 cents? My 2 cents?
Here's my 2 cents. I'm planning for the future. Interest plus interest equals more interest. Come on now. You can do that.
Hi, Joan. Perfect timing. I have a few questions.
Of course. Let's look at your plan.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years. When I have customers come in and ask for something for memory, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription. And I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good for me. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription.
Make this a summer to share in the 3-row Kia Sorento, the tech-forward Sportage, the available all-wheel drive Seltos, or the IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus Telluride, each one recommended by Consumer Reports. This summer, visit your local Kia dealer. Get 0.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of select new 2024 Sportage and 2024 Sorento models.
The Yankees pregame show on Yes is brought to you in part by Hyundai. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. Visit HyundaiUSA.com today.
Looks like some unrivaled late summer weather for the latest chapter of this Yankees-Red Sox rivalry. For a look at the forecast, here is News 12.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Alex Calamia with your game day forecast, and it feels like a summer game. Temperatures are going to be in the mid-80s from first pitch all the way to 7th inning. And notice that we've got a lot of sunshine and very light wind coming in from the east at less than 10 miles per hour. Same deal for the ride home for the fans and the players. It's a little muggy out there. Otherwise, 83 will feel like 86 degrees.
Alex, thank you. That sounds, Nick, like let the ball fly.
Yeah,
82 and a little muggy.
It sounds amazing.
All right. By the way, were you a day game or night game kind of guy?
Yeah, it was more of a day game. I loved obviously sleeping in as much as I could, but anytime you can get up, I'm like Garrett Cole. I feel better during those day games, but you never know.
I had no idea he slept. Breaking news
call
right
them naps. Naps.
He didn't say how many hours, though, Bob. It could be a 3-hour cat nap, and then he's up again.
All right, let's get our keys to the game. What do you have, Nick?
Yeah, so I think for me, it's New York Yankees get to the Boston bullpen. They have the worst ERA since the All-Star break. And one other key for me is roll that bottom of the lineup back to the top, like I said early in the broadcast. So I think right now, with what guys are doing at the bottom part of the lineup, getting it to the best hitters in the lineup, it's exactly what you need to do for success today.
My key is going to go back to something we already referenced, and that's Cole against Devers. I think that Garrett Cole controls Devers. He feels a lot better about getting a win today. We've talked about Devers' numbers against him, and they are really good, an average of about 350, 8 home runs. But there was a period in late 2022 where there was an 0-for-8 stretch with 6 strikeouts. To Nick's point, I went back and looked at those at-bats, and Cole was sprinkling in a changeup here, a curveball there. It wasn't all four-seam fastballs, so he's got to be unpredictable against a hitter who's had a lot of success.
They hope that Cole train rolls through 7 or 8. No Luke Weaver probably, though, so should be interesting at the end of the game.
Yes, sir, no doubt about it. Interested to see what Aaron Boone's going to do come the back end of the bullpen tonight. Ian Hamilton probably available. Clay Holmes available tonight. Interested to see what kind of moves he makes.
Things shaping up for the bullpen, too. A lot of confidence in several guys out there to close out games.
Yeah, a few days ago, Aaron Boone said he felt as if he has 5 or 6 pitchers who can get the final 3 outs of the game. I'm with Nick. I think it's curious today. Caneley's in the mix. Cousins is in the mix. This will be a matchup game. They will go with whoever they feel matches up to potentially get the final 3.
All right, we got to get Nick down just to take a quick nap, and then he'll be back for the post-game show. Coming up next, it's Kay O'Neill and Marakovitz. Enjoy the ball game. Coming up next on Yes and the Yes. That's actually what you're going to be doing right there.
That's it. That's me right there, y'all.
We got nets. The new Dunka Latte is perfect.
Made with coffee milk, which is hard to explain. I'll say.
Is that Kristen Wiig?
All we need now is a famous person to say how rich and creamy it is. And delicious. And explain it.
The Dunkin' way to latte.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race.
For award-winning coverage of the New York Yankees.
It's a rival that spans more than a century.
Yastrzemski will not get its home run.
See ya! A home run! Bernie Williams! Jeter on the run, makes the play!
Chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless you add Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Choose chill.
You're watching Yes. Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
It was 16 games without a home run, and then Aaron Judge answered in grand fashion. A grand slam to give the Yankees the lead and lead them to a victory. A big victory over the Red Sox. And now, it is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the New York Yankees against the Boston Red Sox in Game 3 of a 4-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees Baseball, along with Paul O'Neill. I'm Michael Kay. What a victory for the Yankees yesterday. The stadium was electric, and number 52 for Judge was gigantic.
Well, we've been talking about it. He hasn't gone deep for a while, but you know what? Set a stage and give Aaron Judge an opportunity. Fastball, not good enough. And I don't want to say much here, Michael, because I just want to enjoy the highlights. It was bedlam here in Yankee Stadium. Number 52 and a big one, and a little bashful curtain call as well.
I'll tell you what a moment at the stadium for the fans that jammed into the ballpark. 52 home runs, 130 ribbies for Judge. Second season that he's done that. Seventh player in Major League history. And he's reached base 296 times. Last Yankee to reach base 300 times, it was A-Rod back in 2005. Well, the Yankees have won 3 in a row. Now they'll try to take 3 in a row against the Red Sox and make it 4 in a row overall. And what better guy to have on the mound than Garrett Cole? Last time out, he pitched very well.
Well, he's been pitching really well. I mean, we had a scare a few weeks ago in Texas when he walked off the mound, but it was nothing but a cramp. Last time in Chicago, really good stuff. Good knuckleball, curveball, good fastball. He's always been able to just dominate lineups. No run support whatsoever, but Garrett Cole looks like his old self.
If you look at the most recent starts, 7 starts, he's 3-2, but look at the ERA, 1.58, 47 strikeouts in 40 innings. Everything looks great. The Yankees are looking for more of the same from Garrett Cole. Well, we mentioned yesterday it just had a different feel to it. On the field, in the stands, and in the clubhouse afterward as the Yankees are creeping closer to clinching a playoff spot. Meredith Morakovich has more when we return right here on Yes.
Name one other restaurant with bourbon barbecue from a drive-thru.
That is wonderful.
We got chicken. We got brisket. You know what to do. Arby's. We have the meats.